interesting story was written here, the story of Samson.
God has a purpose for us even when before we're born.
I would say his calling is done. But God says, When Samson died, right, he pushed the two pillars. And that's the way also how Jesus died. Isn't that significant? Isn't that cool?
Wow. Now I have a purpose. Now I have a destiny.
Shalom guys, welcome back. Welcome to Israel.
Hello.
We are standing today in a very significant place.
Are we?
Yeah, a very significant place.
Yeah.
This place called Tel Tzir'ah.
Okay.
And it does not look like a significant place, right?
Yeah, it looks pretty ordinary. It just looks like the Jerusalem hills.
Yeah, it is pretty ordinary. There's no guards here, nothing really interesting.
Yeah.
But let's have a walk and you'll see what's significant here around.
Tell me more about it.
So, Tel Tzir'ah, or in English, Zorah, this place is a very significant and interesting place where a destiny, where an interesting story was written here.
Yeah.
The story of Samson.
Samson. Yes.
It's a very interesting story, and if we're here, let's talk about this story a bit.
Let's do it.
So Tel Tzir'ah, or Zorah in English, it's a biblical, important, and sensitive place between Eshtaol on the back and Beit Shemesh on the front. This place, it's where the angel came to the wife of Manoach, of Samson's mom, and the angel prophesied over him. The angel speak to his mom and he says, you're gonna give birth. Isn't that interesting? Reminds some story.
Yeah. I think this is actually the most ideal space and place to talk about Samson's life and what revelation we can take from it.
Yes, that's why we're here. We're here to talk about his life, about his calling, about his destiny. What's interesting that an angel appeared to his mom and gave him a destiny, gave him a calling, way before he'd done something.
Yeah, he spoke life over him and his purpose over him. And I think one thing that we can take from here is no matter who we are, what we've done, God has a purpose for us, even when before we're born. He calls a great purpose over us, and he has a mercy over that.
Yes. And sometimes we even think that we can lose our destiny or lose our goal, our purpose. And if we look at Samson's life, I think he lost his destiny a few times. He had, 3 wives? He got married with a Philistine wife. Philistine woman, yeah. It's not something that a Jew do. It's not something that a person who angel spoke live over him need to do. Because he'd been set apart, right?
Yep.
He became, how it's in English? Nazarite?
A Nazarite.
Nazarite?
Yeah.
So he became a Nazarite.
Yeah.
It means that, interesting, that his parents, his mom, stopped to drink wine or beer. Mm-hmm. Then he had never done it, and he never cut his hair. Mm-hmm. But still he went and got married with an enemy woman.
Yeah.
So I would say that he lost his destiny. What would you say?
I would say he did it because God was still faithful in those times where even when he did rebel or go against God's word, God still showed up in those moments. And it was when the Spirit of the Lord came over him that God's power was shown through it. And I think the symbol here was his hair, obviously. And so I think what we just can take away from this is even when in moments when Samson was getting far from God, far from what God has called him to, God still took him and his power was able to come through Samson.
Yeah, that's true.
And the Spirit of the Lord still came upon him. And God was still able to use a person that was broken.
Yeah.
And I think that's very powerful.
It is.
Yeah.
So we're standing right by the grave of Samson and his dad, Manoach. I'm not sure how to say it in English, but that's That's the only significant place in all this hill. That's the memorial. That's the holy site even for the Jewish people. Interesting enough, we call in Hebrew Samson, we call him Shimon HaGibor, Samson the hero. And even here behind, it's written Samson, a Messiah in his generation. It's very interesting to think about it, about Samson and his calling. He's going astray, away from his calling. But all this time, he still had God's power with him. He still had the hair, the symbol of his power. But then, it's come to that point that he's revealing his power to Delilah, to the woman. She's cutting his hair, he's losing his power. I would say his calling is done. Like, that's it. He lost it. But God says, I am faithful. I set you apart. I will be with you from the beginning to the end. Even if you try to be like, like a snake going here and there. It's very interesting. And still God worked through him. The last prayer of Samson was when he stood up. He was mocked by the Philistines. And he just asked God for the last time, may your power come down. It's written that his hair grew back. He's been so long in captivity, and he just pushed the two pillars, and that's how he died. He died fulfilling his destiny.
Yeah.
I think that was his destiny. That shows God's faithfulness.
Yeah. Just how we said before, I think it points to something greater.
Yeah.
And I love that in the Bible that a lot of stories point back to who?
To Yeshua.
To Yeshua.
Yes.
And I think that Samson's story just beautifully comes in parallel with the story of Jesus and his calling here on earth. That to his mother came an angel.
Yeah.
Right? He was came here to
both been set apart
to help the people.
Yeah.
And both were betrayed by their own people as well.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. And both died in heroic ways, but while Samson, he had this imperfect side to him, Jesus was fully perfect.
Yeah, I think that's very interesting even to speak about the death, because just the death itself, when Samson died, right, he pushed the two pillars, and that's the way also how Jesus died. Isn't that significant? Isn't that cool?
Wow.
I think God is like, he's a joker. He's doing it in very interesting way that we can just connect these two stories. And Samson's story, it's like a foreshadow of what what had to come. And remember when Delilah cut Samson's hair?
Yeah.
So I would say it's same as death for Jesus. But Jesus overcame this.
Yeah.
Because the power, what the cutting machine, I don't know what she cut the hair with. Probably some
razor.
Not razor, but the cutting machine, it symbolized something that tried to take away your calling. But God says, no, look at Jesus. He will fulfill this calling. And he will overcome death. It's more than the calling. So that's very interesting how these two stories and symbolize and combine.
So I think what we can take from this is that when Samson's victory was temporary, Jesus' victory was eternal.
Yeah, that's good.
And he had that perfect fulfillment. So it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful story.
Yeah. And what about you? What about your destiny? What do you think? Do you have a destiny? Did you lost it? There's many stories in the Bible when we can see that we think that the main character lost his destiny.
Right.
For example, as Samson, David, when he slept with Bathsheba, we might think that he lost his destiny. Maybe Joseph, when he was in the pit, he lost his destiny.
Yeah.
Many times we can think that we're losing our destiny or we have none, but actually God is still faithful. God is still have a plan for you, and he for sure will make it happen. Isn't that cool? Isn't that our God that we serve?
Yeah, he's amazing. He keeps on redeeming us. He takes us out of the pits that we fall into, and he still works within us and through us, And even when we're at our most lowest point, he still shines through. His glory still shines through, and he works through when we're willing. Just like Samson came and said, God, use me, right?
Yeah.
God, give me this power. God comes and he does it again.
Yeah.
Even in his most weakest point, God still comes and he uses Samson.
Jeremiah 33:3, it says, call upon me and I will answer to you. And I know that God will answer to you. So would you call to God? Would you take up the phone and call him and ask him, Lord, what do you want from me?
Yes.
How you want to use me? Or do you want to use me? Have you forgotten me?
Yeah.
And God will do miracles. God will show great stuff.
Yeah, I agree. And God wants to use you as his vessel. He wants to pour into you so that you can pour into others. He wants to use you to change the world. He wants you to use you to change your family, to change your neighbors, to change your surrounding, your community. He wants to use you and work through you.
Yes.
And he's not done with you.
Yes.
He has not given up on you. Even when
Preach it.
even when the world has given up on you, you've given up on yourself, others have given up on you, God is still faithful. God is still faithful even through your lowest points, your weakest points. He is going to take you up and use you.
I love seeing the story of God in this place
Yes.
and how it just come alive. So come to Israel. Let's read the stories that happen here and make the stories not just a history, but revive it. Let's see it. We can't wait to see you here in Israel. Love ya. Bye.
Blessings. Bye.
Now I have a
purpose.
Now I have a destiny.
Made me for your glory.
Come on.
Made me for your glory. Now I have a purpose. Now I have a destiny. You made me for your glory.
Yeah.
You made me for your glory.